everybody, and welcome to Wake Up Missoula. I am your host, Scott Ramp.
And I'm also your host, Noelle McFoy, and it is Wednesday. We're halfway through the week. TGIF.
Yep.
TGIW. But we have a great show for you guys. We've got a full show. We've got a couple guests today. We've got our friends from Missoula Aging Services, and then we're also going to learn all about Telemark Skiing.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know, I'm excited.
I was thinking like Telemark
like,
it's like they call you.
Like the telemarketers as you're skiing.
Yeah.
Hey, do you know where I am?
Yeah.
I'm skiing right now. But
that's wrong. That's one long cord.
Yeah, that's a huge cord.
But
Well, it's all wireless.
It's all wireless now.
Yeah. Wireless telemark skiing.
I'm still living in the 90s, if you haven't already noticed.
I'm in 2005.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But that was Asaph Adonai on piano. Thank you very much, Asaph.
My pleasure.
What song was that?
That is called The Syncopated Clock. That ties in with our story today.
Cool.
Nice.
Can't wait.
Nice.
And of course we have, as always, we have Hallmark or Bullmark. Mm-hmm. We have some city council reporting to talk about. But of course, last night was the school board meeting where they voted in favor of giving our, intern turned superintendent, Mark Thane, about $175,000 a year.
Wow.
So,
you could go on a lot of vacations.
So
with that.
the only controversy that they had is that they should be giving him more.
Oh, what?
Well, I know that was the thing. Is like they were arguing about. It's like maybe we should just give him more money.
Wait a minute. Don't they need to like fix the schools and stuff?
Oh, that's what the bond's for.
Silly.
Get that $115 million bond.
And then they have more money to just give it to Mark
But
Thane.
speaking of money, I just recently learned that next month I'll be paying $20 more for my rent.
Oh no! $20 more?
Yep.
Blasphemy. Why only $20?
Well, I mean.
You're lucky that it's only going up that much.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, how much usually does it go up?
I would think like 50 to 100.
Yeah, but I've lived there for about 4 years now. I want to say. Why am I asking you? I was like
4 years now.
3 or 4 years now, and it's been pretty stagnant throughout the whole time. So $20 is, it's good for the last 4 years, but
Things are going up.
Everything's going up. Prices going up.
Grades are going up.
Yeah, but of course it was a 3-hour meeting last night, so there was a lot of things happening besides just the superintendent of schools getting a raise.
Oh, what else happened?
They were talking about international programs. So now your kid that's living in high school,
Your child.
Yes.
In high school.
can get a raise.
Wait, they can get a raise?
No, they can't. No, they have the opportunity to study abroad and get credit for it.
What?
They can't just, there's exchange programs, but they can actually go abroad and they can bring back the credit that they get from the school and put it in part of their school.
So would they be going to high school?
Yeah, in high school.
Oh my goodness.
Something that was never really offered in high school, because there's always like the student exchange program and all that stuff, and then they work out the details later. It's like, okay, that's fine. You worked there.
What? I wish they had this in high school for us.
Like MCPS is I love them, but I also hate them.
Yeah.
Because of jealousy.
Yeah.
It's like I love them because they have these great programs now. They have Spark, which is they bring a lot of community arts into the schools.
It's great.
On
it's
top
a great
of
program.
the only art programs they have is like drama, band.
Yeah. Now Spark does dancing and art and music and education all in one.
Yep.
It's pretty great. It's a great program. But we should stop bantering because we've got guests
we do
in our
have guests
wing.
on our show. But I do want to show the new program that's happening on tonight, and then I want to throw it to weather, and then I'm going to talk about social networking, and then we have a couple PSAs that are relevant to one of our guests. But without further ado, here is what's new on tonight, and only tonight on MCAT.
Everything we do is working towards a vibrant and resilient Missoula with a zero carbon footprint eventually, and all of the networks we need to address future climate issues in an equitable way. So what I hope to do in the next couple of minutes is take all these wonderful abstract thoughts and all the momentum that's going on the global level, take it down to the local level, tell you a little bit more about what Climate Smart is doing, the projects we're pushing forward, and hopefully give you some ideas for how you can get involved in the future.
And people say that this is the ghost up here in the window. I don't know if it's retouched or if it's just, somebody standing there, but that's the story. This is another thing that's, I'll take it off here. Just a drawing of the house from it was a contest in the newspaper, I think, of do things. There's a piece of paper on the back here, inside it, I guess, that kind of explains it. Where's the home here? Or I put the paper here.
All right.
What was that last one
so
about?
the last video, it was a little documentary in a correlation and a compilation.
Compilation,
in a
correlation.
cornucopia.
Pavilion.
It's a pavilion of videos where a bunch of high school students. It was a high school film festival, and it was one of their videos where they documented this one guy who had a picture of a ghost.
Oh, cool.
And the other one before that is faith and climate change, where it's not only about climate change, but they're adding a little bit of religion in there as well. So they invited a priest to the panel of the one that's happening at 5:30. It's called Faith and Climate Change. So if you guys are interested in watching that, you can also log on to our website, mcat.org. You can find all our channels. So each of our channels, 189 and 190, have a video on demand and schedule, so you can actually watch MCAT online. You can watch this. It's streaming online on our live channel. But of course, we do have our local live channel, which tomorrow will be streaming the Sentinel girls volleyball game.
Oh, great.
So we started doing sports. This is the first year in MCAT's history, in 25 years, that we're doing live sports on MCAT. And
Scott's really excited about it.
Well, I get the excitement from Joel.
Everyone's very excited about it.
So tomorrow at 7:30, live on MCAT, will be the Sentinel High School girls volleyball game. So I think that's very cool. But before I talk about where you can find out more information about that, let's talk about weather.
Oh man,
it's nice. It's not bad at all. Like I went outside. I'm wearing a sweater. I'm like
Scott loves his sweaters.
I love my sweater because it's like Lion and it's Costco and blah 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 and all stuff like that. No Costco.
Thanks,
but of course,
Costco.
it's gonna be overcast today. You have a high of 33 degrees outside. Today you have 40% chance of wintry mix with mostly cloudy, but there is a freezing advisory warning in effect. It's not too bad. It's mostly wet, but be aware that there might be some black ice. Your low is going to be in the 30s, so your low is getting higher, and your high is about the same, but it's touching 40 today.
Oh, wow.
And on Thursday, but of course Friday you can expect some more snow. It's 80% chance of snow. So if you guys are excited for the weekend, if you guys are going to go skiing, snowboarding, teleskiing, you can you can go.
Yes, we're gonna bring out our guests.
Yep.
We've held our guests in the wings for too long. So
Don't we have the snow report?
Oh yeah. Well, I think we should bring them out.
You think
one
we
of
should
them's
bring
got to go to work. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So without further ado, we are going to bring our guests out. So here is Kate from Missoula Aging Services.
Birthdays come and go, each year adding up to a lifetime full of extraordinary moments. At Missoula Aging Services, we promote the independence, dignity, and health of older adults. We are ready to help connect seniors to the help they need. Knowing you've got friends to support you, each birthday can be special. See how we can help. Call 728-7682 or log on to MissoulaAgingServices.org.
Hey guys, what's up?
Hi,
Sorry about
we're
that.
back here with Kate from Missoula Aging Services. What are we talking about today, Kate?
We're talking about our new program, Options for Better Aging.
Great. And so what's going on with this program? What can you tell us about it?
Well, through Options for Better Aging, we help you clarify what's important to you as you age, and we take the time to listen to you and give you the tools to build your own plan for the future. And it's a guided process, and it's affordable and empowering.
How can how does it work? How does the Better Aging Options for Better Aging work?
Well, I'll tell you that. First, I'd like to let you know that Options for Better Aging is a program of the Resource Department at Missoula Aging Services, and Missoula Aging Services promotes the independence, dignity, and health of older adults and those who care for them. So, the program works by, there's a series of 5 appointments, and through those appointments, we, as I said, help you clarify the things that are important to you as you age. And the reason that's important is because nobody likes the thought of becoming invisible as they grow older. And some of the things, even the little things that are important in your daily life or bring you joy, can get lost as you grow older, and you maybe become unable to communicate those things. So we help you build a plan that you can share with loved ones, family members, care partners, even medical professionals in the future if you're unable to communicate what really matters.
That's awesome. That
Yeah.
gives them a sense of independence and a sense of like counting for the future.
Exactly.
Nice.
Exactly.
That's great. And so, how many different do you guys have clients already, or is this just starting?
It is just starting. We've had a few clients, but we're just kind of launching it. And so, yeah, we're really excited about it.
Great. And
Yeah.
so, do you guys go into homes, or do they come to Missoula Aging Services?
It could be either. We do home visits. Also, people come to us for appointments in our office. Yeah.
Well, is there anything else that you want to touch base on for this?
One thing I'd like to say is it's a really affordable process. There is a fee of $150 for the 5 appointments, but of course there's a sliding fee scale. And it's just a really powerful process that can really help people.
And so, where can people get a hold of you guys to do this?
You can call Missoula Aging Services at 728-7682 and speak with any resource specialist, or you can log on to our website at missoulaagingservices.org, and there's a bunch of information there.
Great. Thank you very much.
Well, thanks, Kate.
Thank you.
This is Kate Cotnior from Missoula Aging Service. If you're interested in options for better learning, you can get in contact with them. Again, that number is
728-7682.
Yep. And you can also go on their website, missoulaagingservices.org.
That's right.
Thank you very much, Kate.
Thank you.
We'll be right back after this.
A great day for me includes a walk outside with my wife.
My great day includes reading a good book.
A great day for me includes the morning crossword puzzle.
My great day includes playing the piano.
As you grow older, Missoula Aging Services can help direct your aging journey with a new Options for Better Aging program. Give them a call at 728-7682 to find out more. At Missoula Aging Services, you'll always be greeted with a warm welcome. Whether you are caring for an aging loved one or you're an older adult yourself, our friendly staff is ready to connect you to the help you need. You will always get unbiased advice, a free assessment of your needs, and personalized information about the resources available. See what we can do for you. Call 728-7682 or log on to missoulaagingservices.org.
Hey!
Hey guys, this is Brace Hayden, and he is going to tell us all about Telemark Skiing. So let's first start off with, what is Telemark Skiing?
So Telemark Skiing is a combination of alpine skiing and Nordic skiing. It's from the 1860s in the Telemark region of Norway. It came to America, kind of a big splash, but they essentially created a race, a downhill race, where they use their Nordic skis, which has the free heel. So that's kind of the main component that differentiates alpine skiing from telemark skiing is your heel isn't clicked into your binding.
So it's kind of like a slipper.
Like this.
Right.
I don't know, like that's what I think is like you just slip it on and then.
Right. So it has a little bit of that wonky heel effect, which adds to the challenge of it. But I brought a visual aid.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That this is a vintage poster from
Hold it up a little
about 5 years ago. There we are, and you can see the guy. He's got his in kind of a lunge stance with his knee dropped down, and that helps you get your ski on the edge. So you have one ski forward and one ski back, and then as this particular race league is a dual slalom, and it's been around Missoula now for 33 years.
Wow.
So I was doing the math. That's about 1983. Before my time in the telemark racing, I've been racing now for 10 years in Missoula. Maybe this is my 11th year, and it's keeping a sport alive. In recent history, they've now invented a binding where you can free your heel for the climb up and then click it in on the way down, known as AT skiing or ski mountaineering, which that binding's come in. It's a lighter weight binding, and it's given a lot more people the stability to ski down the hill, but therein lies a bit of the telemark skiing has gotten a little less popular, but we have a rip-roaring fun race league that meets up at Snow Bowl on Thursday nights. It's 7 weeks, and it's a dual slalom. So every night you get to race someone with a time near yours on 2 courses set up parallel to each other, and you go down a slalom course. It takes less than a minute to rip your way down Snowball's Sunrise Bowl, and then you go up and you get to switch courses, and then they take your times, and every week people get pitted against someone with a similar time to theirs.
Cool.
Yeah, it kind of seems like it's very functional. Telemark Skiing is very functional, and I mean like. And I can totally see Telemark people like making fun of like skiers and snowboarders.
Oh yeah. There's a bit of a rivalry.
Because you can see like the skiers, like they snap in, they're just like walking, like they have giant clown feet.
Right.
And then of course the snowboarders, they unhitch one foot, and then it just kind of it looks like they're dragging a dead carcass behind them.
Yeah.
Right. So the jokes in the industry are. The Telemark Ski League would say, free the heel, free the mind. It gives you this chance to explore the mountains like you're walking around, and you can hike up one and ski down it. And then because of the free heel and the kind of instability that creates, and with snow conditions changing, people often face plant and when they're first learning it. So the alpine community says, fix the heel, fix the problem. So the jokes go on. But anyways,
Nice.
the race league is a lot of fun, and we encourage people, if they want to come learn more about it. It's on Thursday nights. We have a active Facebook page that they can look more at it, or the website Missoula Telemark Challenge is going, and if anyone has questions, they can put stuff on Facebook. It's probably our most frequently checked site, but it's there. And this Thursday night, it's the 28th, starting at registrations probably 6:20 p.m. and the first races start a little after 7. So.
Okay, so you can just go on your own and you don't have to belong to a team.
Well, so technically we like people to be put together on a team, so we don't have to do all their wrangling. But this year, just to keep it rolling, I think we got about 9 or 10 teams signed up, and then we're going to have some kind of unattached people. We'll help do some matchmaking. If you're new in town or you want to get into a team, we'll help put you together with one. And we have a lot of community sponsors out there that keep this race league alive and well. My employer, Alpine Physical Therapy, sponsors a team, and the Trailhead sponsors a team, and Big Sky Brewing's been a huge supporter, and they usually put together a team and help donate lots of fun prizes. So it's been great.
Great.
Well,
thank you very much.
Yeah.
Well,
welcome.
I think of skiing a lot like golfing. You have different skill levels, but of course, when you're skiing with a group, you're never with the group a lot of times. So you have some people who are better skilled and already further down on the course. Golf, skiing, and it's like you always get separated. Like whether you're in a group or not, there's always the chance that you get separated.
Yep.
Kind of like that.
Yeah.
And like that, you meet up afterwards, and it's got a really nice like group camaraderie feel, and it's fun to meet people that are doing a similar sport, and especially trying to keep a sport alive and kicking. And it's a neat piece of Missoula history with the longest running telemark races in the nation now. We've surpassed a place in Vermont.
Cool.
Yeah, and another one in Sun Valley. So it speaks to a little bit of the where the sport's going. A lot of leagues have merged with the Alpine Race League, so this one's still an independent league and really fun. So
awesome. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So one more time, plug when and where people can go to get involved, and where people.
So where you can get involved is up at Snowball on Thursday nights. The Facebook page probably has the most up-to-date details, although MissoulaTelemarkChallenge.com also has a registration form. But if people are not on a team yet, we recommend just coming up this Thursday night, and we can get you a seed time and try to do some matchmaking, putting you together with a team.
Awesome. Great. Thank you very
both.
much.
Yeah.
We'll be right back after this.
I'm Montana Hope.
I am Montana Hope.
I am Montana Hope.
For the last 30 years, the Montana Hope Project has been granting wishes to Montana children who face life-threatening illnesses.
I'm Montana Hope.
To make a donation and help their wishes come true, please visit montanahope.org.
We are Montana Hope! Sergeant Greg Amison with the Missoula Police Department. I'd like to talk a little bit about bicycles riding on the sidewalks in the city of Missoula, which we see a lot because Missoula is a very bike-friendly town. I would just like to let bicyclists know that they do have to yield to pedestrians on the sidewalk safely because they travel faster than a pedestrian, so they do have to do that in a safe manner. And then when you get to a crosswalk, you are actually required to slow your bicycle down to what would be called a pedestrian pace, and you cannot begin crossing until it's safe to do so.
Hey,
Hey
welcome
guys.
back.
We are back. Okay, so now I'm going to tell you all about the snow report because we just heard about Telemark skiing. So now we're going to hear about the snow report to get you excited. Okay, so we will start with Snowball. So Snowball didn't get any new snow in the past 24 hours.
Oh, well.
But their base depth on the bottom is 28 inches and then 58 inches up top. Up at Whitefish, they got 1 inch of new snow and then 47 inches on the bottom and 89 inches up top for their base depth. A Blacktail got 0 inches of new snow, 34 inches on their lower base depth and 70 inches on their upper base depth. Let's see, Lost Trail got 0 new inches of snow. They've got 55 inches on their lower base depth and 60 inches on their upper base depth. And then Discovery has got 0 new snow and 32 inches on their lower base depth and 42 inches for their upper base depth. So that's your snow report. You can go to onthesnow.com and type in Montana, and it'll give you all the information that I talk about.
And now it's time for events with Noelle.
Oh, great. Oh. Okay, so you guys, there's a ton going on in Missoula today. Oh, this is not mine. Yeah. Lots going on, getting crazy, you know. So, over at Spectrum Discovery area, starting at 11 a.m. today, their Discovery bench is Bubbles and their Brain Lab is Plastic Brains. That sounds crazy. Also at 11, they've got their Science Sprouts. Science Sprouts is for the little ones. This is for ages 2 to 5. And they are doing super shapes. Cool. So, yeah. And then over at the Historical Museum at Fort Missoula, they've got a heritage craft demonstration. They'll be knitting, crocheting, weaving, painting, scrapbooking, whatever. So if you like crafting and company, you can go on down there and join them. Oh, it's, yeah, noon to 1. You can bring your lunch. Sounds great. There's an afternoon matinee at the Missoula Public Library at 2 p.m. in the large meeting room. And then over at Big Sky High School, they also have an afternoon matinee at 3:30, and that's till 5:30. Also at the public library, they've got middle school writers at 3:30. This is for grades 6 to 9 to get some good feedback and give good feedback and eat some chocolate. I mean, God, you can just go there for the chocolate. That sounds great. Over at the YWCA in their center room, they're having their YW talks. It's called Friends, Family, and Domestic Violence. And they're featuring their panel. Their panel features Tanya Campbell, which is a senior crime victim advocate at the CVA. I don't know what that is. Also includes Connie McDonald, who is Pathways Program Manager at YWCA, and Patty Murphy, YWCA's Missoula's Director of Programs. Also, they're going to be discussing the signs of abuse, how to be a resource to a friend or family member, and what to expect as a bystander or a loved one. And if you guys miss it, Missoula Community Us MCAT will be filming it. Ron will be filming it, I'm pretty sure. So it'll be on our channel later on this month or next month. Over at the Top Hat Lounge, they've got their Sharon in the Groove, celebrating the music of Fish. It starts at 4:30. They have got, this is their Fish-themed happy hour, so they've got audio show, visuals, trivia, drink specials. Over at the Kettle House, they've got their Community Unite, but they have their bonus choice. So it'll be 3 different nonprofits that they'll be giving money back to today. They're giving it to, let's see, we have got Adrian Corti Memorial Scholarship Fund, Zootown Arts Community Center, and the Missoula Irish Dancers. So you can go in there at 5:30. They've got a self-serve chili bar by Bird Street Bistro. And they also have live music from Ovando. Great. So people from Ovando will be coming and playing music. Sounds good. Over at the public library, they've got their open time in the makerspace at 5:30. And so that ends at 6, but it did start at 10, so it happens all day. And then at 6, they're doing jewelry in there. So unless you want to stick around for jewelry, you have to leave. Over the Starting Artist Cafe and Art Gallery, they've got an open mic. It starts at 6 p.m. And then over the Great Burn Brewing Company, there's traditional Irish music, and they're called the Crakers. I've been saying the Crashers the whole time, but it's not. That's not right.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So I apologize for getting your name wrong, and they're called the Crakers. They're an Irish band, and they play often around town.
I have to see them because You always plug them. They're always playing.
Always. They play everywhere.
They play every week.
They probably played like 2 or 3 times this week already.
They're like the new local yokel. They play like all the time.
The new Little Smokies.
Yeah, because now the Little Smokies only plays like once a month if we're lucky.
They're too good for us anymore.
Well, it's not that. It's just like it helps sell tickets.
Yeah.
And plus they're under contract with the top end. You know, like blah blah blah. LLC.
But yeah, so the Quakers are going to be at Great Burn Brewing Company at 6 p.m. tonight. And then over at the Zach, they've got Bob Ross night. So they've got some wine and painting, and they'll follow along to a Bob Ross video and also wear wigs. Yeah. Over at Imagination Brewing Company, they are hosting the Women Bike Missoula and Bike Walk Alliance for Missoula, and they're going to be just hosting a little discussion about probably what they want to accomplish this next year. Yeah. At 7 o'clock, there's country dance lessons with instructor Kathy Clark at the Sunrise Saloon, $5 per lesson. The Drowsy Chaperone is at the MCT for Performing Arts at 7:30.
It's really good.
Is it?
It's so good.
Scott went to it. I really would like to go.
I was like in the front row. I was like right next to the guy who was telling the whole story.
Yeah.
And he was like looking at me the whole time.
I would like to go.
They like literally like I was looking at the performers and they were trying so hard not to look down at the audience. It was so funny.
That's hilarious.
They were just like. Because it's the Drowsy Chaperone, and you know she drinks a lot.
Yeah, of course.
But
Yeah.
she's probably like in 20% of the whole play, but not spoiler.
One of my friends is in that play. Her name is Haley. Go Haley!
Yay.
Woo! Yeah. Okay. Yes. So Drowsy Chaperone starts at 7:30. There's open mic at the let's see, open mic. There's open mic night somewhere, and I didn't catch. Where that was. Okay, sorry you guys. No, nope.
We just talked about the Drowsy Chaperone.
So there's open Milk Crate Wednesday is at the Palace at 9. Karaoke contest at the Eagles Lodge at 8:30. Karaoke's at the Bandler at 9. And then there is karaoke at Sunrise Saloon at 9. And then Top Hat Lounge, they've got Rob Garza of Thievery Corporation at 9 o'clock.
So you can get your country dance lessons with Kathy Clark, and then you can dance country to the karaoke.
Yeah, you could dance. Yep, at 9 p.m. Yeah, pretty much. But that's what I've got going on for today. Up next, we've got Asaph segment.
This is going to be a fun segment here, Musical Notes with Asaph. Remember when I did the story on Jerry Lewis last week and he was doing the typewriter?
Yep.
Well, that music that was in the background is called the typewriter.
Oh, how funny.
And that song ties in with our guest today who wrote that song. We're talking about the one and only, synonymous with the Boston Pops Orchestra, Leroy Anderson. That was his name. He was a famous conductor, and he was known for writing what was called light classical music instead of your traditional classical music like Stravinsky and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, Leroy Anderson was an American composer of short light concert pieces and synonymous with the Boston Pops Orchestra under the direction of Arthur Fiedler. And he was born in Massachusetts, studied piano at the New England Conservatory, and in 1925 went to Harvard. So those are some basic beginnings. Graduated with a Bachelor of Arts with the Magna Cum Laude in 1929. And then he goes on to go into composing. And let's show that clip of one of his most famous compositions, and I'll say a few more things after that. Now this song here is a song called The Bugler's Holiday, and you have to at least have 3 trumpet players to play the composition. This is one of Leroy Anderson's fun, light compositions here, with this military band playing, as you can see. And the song that I played at the beginning of this program is The Syncopated Clock. That was written by Leroy Anderson. And in 1951, his first hit was a song called Blue Tango, which earned a golden disc and was #1 on the Billboard charts. His very first song he ever wrote. And also, Blue Tango sold 1 million copies. From there, he wrote the Syncopated Clock, and from there, he wrote the most famous song of all, a song called Sleigh Ride that we play at Christmas every year. Leroy Anderson wrote that song, and originally, when he wrote that song, it was not a Christmas piece. He wrote it in the middle of the heat wave in the summer. And by the time the Boston Pops recorded it, it went on to become #1 on the pop music charts. And then eventually, they started using it in Christmas because originally it was a winter event instead of Christmas like we know it. This is cool, this Bugler's Holiday. And if you're a trumpet player or trombone player like Scott, you can have a lot of fun with this song here. My final words, in 1958, he wrote a song called Goldilocks for Broadway, which earned 2 Tony Awards. And also, he wrote a song called The Trumpeter's Lullaby, which you'll see some trumpet player playing. It's a cute little song. And so, Leroy Anderson just left some really fun songs throughout his career, and we lost him in 1975. So he left the world some fun, delightful light music that the Boston Pops will always be associated with. And I'll quit on that note.
Because it definitely seems like he, when all the orchestras and all the bands he's conducted and all that stuff, he seems like he's always been like the composer who's composed a lot of pop music in the classical genre.
Yeah, it's light in the classical genre. And also when Arthur Fiedler was conducting the orchestra, whenever they would play Leroy Anderson's music, Fiedler would just step aside and let him conduct the Boston Pops.
Because even all modern music now today would basically takes after a lot of his stuff. If you really think about it.
Yeah, he just wrote fun, delightful stuff instead of the hard classical music that we're used to listening to.
Yeah.
Nice, thanks, Asaph.
Sure.
That was Musical Notes with Asaph Adonai, and I've got events for tomorrow right after this art clip.
And you can check that out until February 6th. Of course, the Missoula Art Museum is doing an art auction on February 4th or the 6th. So you guys can check that out. These are the basic art clips that will be showing. And of course, every Sunday, you'll be able to see the full art clip, which is about 21 minutes of Missoula's art in the art scene. Produced by our very own Rick Phillips.
Thanks, Rick. All right, and now we've got stuff going on tomorrow. So this is what's happening in your community on Thursday. Starting at 10 a.m., we've got our mini naturalist pre-K program. This is at the Montana Natural History Center starting at 10 a.m. And this is for ages 2 and up. And it's pretty much they're exploring nature through songs and art and history. Yeah. Over at Spectrum Discovery area, their Discovery Bench is Oobleck, and their Brain Lab is Brains, Glowing Cells.
Ooh.
Cool, yeah. Over at the Public Library, they've got watercolor painting for all skill levels at 12 with our homeboy, Rob P. Rob P.
Rob P. in the house at Missoula.
Watercolor.
Missoula P.
Yeah, so he's pretty much just gonna cover watercolor
He's pretty
techniques.
much the most popular guy in Missoula Public Library.
Yeah, Rob P.
With you and me.
Rob P. Wicked watercolor.
Let's go out tonight, Rob P, and have a good time.
Watercolor. Let's paint up the town with our watercolor.
But just so you guys know, at noon at Missoula Public Library, because always when we banter about this Rob P,
I don't think people know
what we're talking about. It's like Missoula Public Library at 12, meet up with Rob P, and it's watercolor paint
for all skill levels.
All skill levels. 4.
Yeah. Okay, great. Thanks, Scott.
Yeah.
Okay, so over at the Lifelong Learning Center, they've got Android Basics for your smartphone. It starts at 1 p.m. And they're pretty much just going to be showing you the basics of how to use your Android voice. Android device. Android voice. Oh, man. See if you have no idea what's going on.
I'm going to do Android voice programs.
Over at the Missoula Public Library at 3 p.m., they've got their electronics exploration in their makerspace from 3 to 6. So you can figure out how to use their platforms or work on a project of your own. Over at the Missoula Insectarium, they have an early out activity. Starting at 3 p.m., they've got Best Beetle Feats of Strength. So you can learn what makes beetles so strong. Cool. Lego Club is at the Missoula Public Library at 3:30 until 5. Spider feeding is back over at the Missoula Insectarium at 3:30. They're going to be feeding their Chilean rose hair tarantula. Yeah, this will be pretty cool. I'm going to go to that one day. At Red Robin, they're having a fundraiser for Target Range School. It starts at 4 p.m. So anyone that eats at Red Robin tomorrow, the school will receive parts of the proceeds for technology. Didn't they get a bond for that? Over at the Missoula Y, they have got Family Fun Time. This is for parents and kids alike. Parents get to chill in some nice comfy chairs, and then the kids get to run around and be crazy and get all their energy out. It starts at 4:30. La Grata Bella is hosting downtown drop-in wine tasting at 5 p.m. This is underneath the Old Post Pub. They have a minimum of 4 wines in a different theme each week. Nonprofit Appreciation Day is happening at Imagination Brewing Company starting at 5. Nonprofit workers receive half off of their first beer. Russ Nassett is playing at Draftworks Brewing Company at 6. And then also at 6 is Home Brewing 101 at the Lifelong Learning Center. You can learn how to home brew. So it'll cover everything from materials to recipes. Good Old Fashioned is playing at Lolo Peak Brewing Company at 6 p.m. And then over at 7 at REI is an international and adventure travel class. And so will get you ready for your next exciting adventure. If you don't know what a travel trip entails, you can learn their travel experts to plan your next trip. Yeah, you have to register. Go to rei.com/Missoula. Lifelong Learning Center has a class called Anyone Can Draw at 7 p.m. They're going to be practicing contour, gesture, and value drawings from real life and photographs. There's trivia at the Holiday Inn downtown at the park at 7. Open mic at the Eagles Lodge at 8:30. Open mic at the Broadway at 9. Dead Hipster at the Badlander at 9. Karaoke at the Dark Horse at 9. Julie Bug and the Northern Exposure will be at the Sunrise Saloon at 9 p.m. And Kathy Clark will be giving dancing lessons earlier in the night tomorrow at 7. Ooh. So you can get there early and learn how to dance and then get all tuned up and dance around a Julie Bug.
And do the Julie Bug.
Yeah. And my last event for tomorrow is the Palace has got a bunch of bands. No Fancy, Sunraiser, Mido Skip, and Woshtech. I don't know how to say that last one.
Yep.
They'll be at the Palace at 10, so that's what's going on in your community. Check out MissoulaEvents.net, the newspaper, the Independent, or the University of Montana website for the rest of your events.
But of course, online I've been seeing a whole bunch of advertising for the local yokels playing tomorrow night at the Top at 10:30. Yep. Show up at 11:30. They'll probably be starting. I don't know. Every band usually takes forever to start.
Yeah. Yes, that's true. I didn't even see that on Missoula Events. But yes, Local Yokel will be at the Top Hat Lounge tomorrow night at 10.
Yeah. 11. Or later.
Something like that.
I always show up late because they always start late. Everyone starts late. It is Missoula. But that's about it for events.
That's what's going on, yeah.
But we do have some city council.
Ooh, let's hear it.
What a better way to ease your way back into sleep with some easy city council meetings. But of course, this is a very interesting story that happened back in the 70s that our Doug Grimm, who usually gives the neighborhood council report for the Rattlesnake area, but he tells a story about a kid who died of lead poisoning.
Ooh.
And they figured out it, and basically he tells a story about why the kid was lead poisoned.
Uh-oh. Okay, great.
And here it is.
To my foundation of my house is a lead pipe. He said the child would wake us up in the morning, and the first thing we would do is we would rush to the kitchen and pour water into whatever we needed to fix food for the baby. And that water was the first water through that lead pipe. And that water sat in the pipe overnight. And Montana Power, who owned the water company then, said that when the water sets in the pipe, it will pick up lead during the night. So for the first year, all the water that was used out of that pipe in the morning was fed to the baby. And I just thought, you know, that house on Cleveland Street was maybe built in the 30s or 20s, and I understand that lots of houses were probably fitted with lead pipes just like this house was. And I just thought I should bring it to your attention that maybe people should be alerted to have their water tested for lead. And so that concludes my report. I feel very bad about what happened to their child. The child would probably be 35 now, and I always wondered, did the child, was they able to pull the lead out of the child's system? I have no way of knowing because I've lost contact with Dale and Sue. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Grimm. Any other general public comments?
All right.
Oh, that's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
That's sad. But it's always smart to get your water tested. That's a good point to bring up and a good issue to hit.
And especially in Missoula, because most of the pipes here in the Missoula system are old, aging. They said, even some of the old pipes here are made from old shipping, I guess artillery cannons.
Oh, wow.
From World War II is
Okay.
in our pipes in Missoula. That's what they use.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty interesting for sure. And just get tested. And of course, with the whole fiasco what's going on with the water company, it's going to be interesting to see if the new owner of the water company is. I don't know. It really it's all a mess. I'm sure you've heard all about it from everybody. And but who knows? But of course, we're going to skip ahead. There's a lot of stuff that happened in the city council. But of course, the one thing that's been talking about the city council, there've been some calls to the city council, were the frustrations with the new parking system in downtown Missoula. And Harlan Wells expresses his frustration through a couple phone calls that he got recently.
About downtown parking headaches, so I promised people I would just pass them on. One was from a general contractor that was a little bit dismayed that there was not the mechanism to put the red bags for no parking, so they were having trouble parking doing jobs downtown. And the other was from a handicapped gentleman who was a little bit annoyed that we were no longer giving free parking to persons with a handicap sticker. And I thought that seemed a little strange. His argument was, even if I don't have to go all the way back to my car to put a sticker in, I still have to go the opposite direction to pay for it, and it's a bit of a hassle. So I promised I would pass those things on to anybody who cared to listen. Thank you.
All right. So that was his journal gist of it. Of course, John Wilkins also responds to Harlan Wells.
Phone call from the gentleman with the handicap sticker, and I can relate to that. We have never charged, so I hope the Parking Commission, I understand from Mr. Badnock, they're going to take it under consideration in their next meeting and discuss that. I think I was a little output that they didn't put public comment that people should have known about. That was the thing they were talking about. I never heard anything about it. So I would hope that the Parking Commission publicize their agenda and have public comment out there. I think it's important. And that's all I have for tonight. Thank you.
All right. So that was basically touching base on some of the what's going on with the new parking commission. Of course, those of you who don't already know, the director of the parking commission, she's gone, and now we have Babinot.
Oh.
That's what he was talking about.
Oh.
So he is the new, he's called interim director, and of course I had a meeting last week which basically had him talking about his, that he's kind of looking forward to the new director taking over for him. So I can definitely see the kind of calls the parking commission has definitely gotten throughout this whole particular time.
I'm sure.
The next session is to approve and authorize the mayor to sign a contract not exceed $85,000 with the Anderson Montgomery Consulting Engineers to assess feasibility of city-operated compost facility, otherwise known as Echo Compost, just right next to the new Walmart, right next to the water treatment plant. And of course, here is Jordan Hess with more on that.
So, I guess my issue with this is $85,000 is not a small amount of money for what I have not clearly been, it's not clearly been demonstrated to me that there's a problem to begin with. I've looked back at the history of the purchase of the land and the intent, and I've looked at the lease, and it looks like there's a pretty clear renewal clause for another 5 years if both the city and Eco Compost wanted to move forward. So was there some sort of signal from Eco Compost that they didn't want to continue forward? Because I know that I saw one email that said that they did not want to move forward, or that they were considering not. If I heard it from them that they were wanting to get out of the deal or stop being in the business, then I'd be totally for this study. But if they are still wanting to run it, and unless there's been some problems with them, this looks like an $85,000 study to see if we want to renew a lease, and that just seems excessive to me.
All right, so basically that was Harlan Wells. I made the mistake. I thought Jordan Hess was the one that was going to be talking, but that's Harlan Wells, and he was concerned about the $85,000, and this is for assessments because when during the water trial, there was a lot of assessments being done around the particular area of the water, and they hired engineers from Blackford or Black and Beach, came and checked out the water treatment plant because apparently that was relevant to the water contamination trial. Don't ask. I don't know. I don't really know what the relevance of that actually was. In hindsight now, it's like water company and water treatment plant are basically two different entities altogether. But of course, with that, there was a whole bunch of regulatory engineering assessments being done around that particular area. So I guess it makes sense that they wanted to do it also on the Echo Compost area as well. So that then we have Mayor John Engen, who does reply to Harlan Wells. This is what he had to say.
With the folks at Eco Compost for a number of years now. One of the first steps we made was acquiring the ground upon which Eco operates. We have engaged in lease negotiations over the years. With almost every one of those leases, we found that our rates for tipping our byproduct have gone up with each passing contract. We also recognize that there are community interests beyond a simple composting operation, a commercial composting operation going on out there. And so what we're doing is asking for some help identifying what some best practices are in municipal composting, what we can do as a community to better serve constituents, and to move that project forward. There's no reason.
All right. So that about kind of sums up the meeting today. They're talking about some of the compost and looking at assessing the property for future use and expansion, because more and more people are using the eco compost, and like a lot of people swear by it. It's like it's city, but it's also like commercial, and like the city leases it out. So basically, the city makes money off of the group that does the eco compost. So yeah, if you have any brush or shrubs or any like trees or that you trim and stuff like that, that's where you can take it.
Oh, okay, cool. Nice.
So just so you got.
I didn't even know it existed.
Yep.
So
It's where all the smells come from in Missoula.
Oh.
That and that little meat place that's across from like the Mullen and Albertsons. Shopping
yeah.
center. Yeah, it's all
Dailies.
stanky.
Gross.
It's all stanky.
Sick, Scott. Don't say that.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
But of course, we have one of our more favorite segments because I want to end on like a little fun note.
A little fun note. Okay.
So this game, it's where I read a synopsis from a Hallmark original movie, or do I? And the segment is called Hallmark or Bullmark. Are you guys ready to play?
Yeah.
What about you, Asaph? Ready to play?
Yep, ready.
All right, let's do this. Hit it, Asaph. Realizing she has a recurring habit of picking the wrong type of guys, Cassandra Barber turns to relationship expert Dr. Susie and her latest self-help book, The Dater's Handbook. Ooh, remember that word. To help with her love life, or lack thereof. She follows the advice of The Dater's Handbook to evaluate potential suitors, and then must ultimately choose between reliable George, and fun-loving Robert. Woo! It's hard to change old habits and place your faith in the experts, especially when your heart tells you something different. The movie's called The Dater's Handbook. Is this a Hallmark original movie or is this complete Bullmark?
Okay, so I think that this is a Hallmark movie. It's just like classic, basic Hallmark movie.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with her.
Yeah.
Well, guys, you're right.
Yes.
It is a Hallmark original movie.
Just classic, cheesy Hallmark movie. Yeah.
Well, it is Valentine's Day, and continuing on with the whole love stories, but of course all Hallmark movies have love stories, and it's basically all technically Valentine's Day type love romance stuff. But it's not relevant towards Christmas, so I guess that's a bonus. Okay, here's the next one. You guys ready to play?
Yep.
Hit it, Asaph. Nice choice. Avery, a blogger with a string of disappointing Valentine's days, is ready to give up on love until she meets handsome veterinarian Brendan. Brendan's relationship was ruined when his ex-girlfriend read one of Avery's blogs, and holds a small grudge via nasty comments on her blog. But when Avery finds out Brendan blames his recent breakup on her blog and is the one leaving her the angry comments, she begins to question whether the bond they've began to build is true love or yesterday's news. And this movie's called All Things Valentine's. Is this a Hallmark original movie or is this Bullmark?
Bullmark.
I'm going to agree with that too.
Well, guys, you're wrong.
Oh.
It is a Hallmark original movie.
Uh-oh.
You there's like I'm known for doing a real and fake, or fake and real. Mm-hmm. But this time it's both.
Okay,
real.
so Brendan's relationship was ruined when his girlfriend read one of Avery's blogs and then she broke up with him.
Yeah. So why would he go out with her? Is the question.
So, but he only went out with her to
maybe revenge.
Yeah.
Maybe
dumb movie.
Maybe she wrote the blog, but he didn't know she wrote the blog. Maybe she's under an anonymous blog, and then she found out it was him leaving nasty comments because she checked his Facebook or whatever.
It's the dumbest movie ever.
It's really
stupid movie.
But you can play Hallmark or Bullmark yourself by logging on to our website, wakeupmissoula.wix.com/wakeupmissoula. Play the Hallmark or Bullmark button below. But of course, you can go on here to find out past interviews, past shows, Flagship Fridays, and all sorts of fun little videos on our website. But also, we post them on our Facebook page, Wake Up Missoula. It's a very own TV show that's on our Facebook page. But also, you can follow us on Twitter at Wake Up Missoula.
You can like Missoula Community Access Television on Twitter as well as at MCAT TV Missoula. You can like MCAT at Facebook, and you can also check us out on mcat.org to find out more information about us.
Yep. But of course, you can always get involved with our Stop Animation Camp that happens every Saturday. And of course, tomorrow night, live at 7:30 on Thursday. The 28th is Sentinel Volleyball. Sentinel Girls Volleyball.
Wow.
Yep.
Great. Yeah. So, check it out, you guys. Please tell us where.
Channel 189.
Good. Okay, so it's on TV, but it's not streaming online.
It's also streaming online.
Great.
Everything that's on our channel, it streams online.
You can
it's
see
wonderful.
both. Well, everyone, thanks for tuning in with us.
Thanks.
For Wake Up Missoula, I'm Noelle McAvoy.
And I'm Scott Ramf.
And this is Asaph Adonai. We'll see you guys all Friday.